Hey everybody, welcome back to Yellow Tulip Yaps. Today we're going to talk about being harmless and not helpful. And let me clarify this. I got this saying from the show Seventh Heaven. I'm obsessed with that show. I grew up watching it and I keep rewatching it now as an adult. Sometimes it's on in the background. Sometimes I pay very full attention. One of the messages in that show is be harmless, not helpful. And I think it stems from the grandfather character that he instilled in the father character, who's also a minister. And that's what he kind of teaches his children, all 7 of them, as they go through shenanigans throughout life. My personal example of this is when I worked at a retail store about a decade ago, and the district manager approached me and my store manager one time and asked if we knew anyone who could make shelving for the display that we wanted to put. I think it was fall time for Halloween. So I told the district manager, hey, I'll talk to my dad and see if he'd be willing to help out. And she said, okay, get the dimensions and let me know and I'll send him an invoice. And I said, cool. I met my dad at Menards with my store manager, the woman that I also work with directly, and she got the dimensions. My dad bought the wood, or we figured out what wood we were going to use. And then the next day, because I think it was a Sunday, and then the next day we emailed the district manager and she agreed to pay $50 for my dad to make 10 shelves. Mind you, these shelves were just one piece of wood that measured roughly 22 inches by 18 inches. They were small. This was not a large job, but it was a particular one. He had to make them by a specific time. I figured it would be worth $100 at that point because he had to buy the resources and transport it, blah, blah, blah. You know, lots of things go into any project. So my dad is a nice person and he accepted the $50. He made the shelving. The shelving got delivered. The shelving ended up being the wrong size. And that wasn't even my fault. That was the manager's fault because she measured the space wrong. So the shelves weren't even usable. And I felt terrible. Remember my whole point? Be helpful, be harmless, not helpful. I want to be helpful. I thought, oh my God, I know someone who can make shelves. I want to help out in this situation. So after the shelves got delivered and it was apparent that they would not work out, the district manager told the manager, have her call me one morning right before the store opened. So I called her and she's like, you're a great worker. You do a great job. We really want to keep you on board. Like, thanks for your help with your dad. But we do have people that we have worked with in the past that could have done this for us. So we'll just go with them next time. And I was like, you asked us if we knew anyone that could help out. So I thought that meant you didn't have anyone to make this for you, but you did. So information just got misunderstood or misconstrued, and like, it just wasn't worth my time. So that lesson taught me when things arise in my life, I do not always have to be the one to help out. I don't always have to say, oh my God, I know someone that can do it, or I can do it for you, or yes, yes, yes. I can say no. And then I can be peace, and I don't have to feel guilty or regret or anything like that. Side note, I am not telling you not to help people. Please help people. If you see someone in need and you are able to help them, help them. But also, this story and this lesson goes beyond and above just helping someone directly. This goes above into how our actions affect others and how our actions affect ourselves too. You got to think about that stuff. The behaviors and actions you do in this body stay. Your body remembers things. So depending on how you treat yourself through certain chapters of your life will determine how your present and your future go. So you have to learn how to navigate through life, you know. That's why you're listening to this. I hope to learn a new perspective, to hear about someone else's experience, to maybe think about a new line of thinking. That's what I'm doing, trying to think in a new perspective, trying to share mine, trying to take up space and be authentic. I think that's the end of my thought process on this one. I hope this makes sense. Excuse any little weird sounds that come along with this. My name is Tulip. I'm yapping at you about whatever I find interesting. Soon I will incorporate a book or a TV show. I'm still kind of learning as I go. I really appreciate your support and your ears and your eyes if you're watching this. If you have any feedback, please send it my way. And please like and subscribe to this channel. Adios!